It's your boy Dave P, and welcome to another episode from the Cream Real Estate. If you're new to the Cream stands for Cash Flow, Real Estate, and Money. Myself and my business partner, RJ Pepino, have been successfully buying, renovating, selling, renting houses for really, I started in 2005. RJ started around 2006, I'm pretty sure, maybe 2008. We've been doing it for a long time. We do own a portfolio of rentals. We still flip a lot of properties as well. And today on our episode, we are talking about the fundamentals of real estate. We're going to be talking about kind of what I believe are the key aspects of anyone who's just getting started in real estate and kind of what you need to know. I don't care if you're learning how to flip properties, wholesale properties, if you're learning how to buy and hold and build a portfolio, the fundamentals or the foundation is what you got to have under your belt. And it's going to set you up on the path to success. Really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, if you're into real estate investing, or if you get value from the video, and a like always gives us the encouragement to keep the content flowing. So let's get right into the fundamentals of real estate. And I believe the very first fundamental of real estate is finding good deals. So there's really two kinds of deals out there. You got on-market deals and off-market deals. So I'll distinguish the difference here real quick. An on-market deal is a deal from a seller who is working with a licensed real estate professional. So maybe their property is listed with a real estate agent or a real estate broker, and it's listed on the MLS, which is the multiple listing service, and it's just on the market. So maybe they have a sign in their front yard, it is on the market. And you can find good deals with on-market properties, properties that are represented by a realtor. But I really want to focus in, and really the key to success here is focusing on the other type of deal here, which is the off-market deal. You got to go after and find sellers who are motivated, who are not working with a realtor or a broker. And these are the sellers that maybe need to sell or want to sell, but don't necessarily want to go through the traditional method of listing, marketing, and selling with a realtor. Maybe they contact you directly because they have to, right? They have to sell fast. Maybe the property needs work, it needs repairs. And they just want to deal with a cash buyer. That is the offer us as real estate investors and entrepreneurs bring to the marketplace, right? We offer convenience. So we have the cash available to close quickly. And we want to go after the off-market deal because when the seller doesn't have a middleman or when they don't have to pay commissions, you can actually set it up so they end up netting more at the end of the day. And then you can actually get a better deal, right? If you could work directly with sellers. So finding off-market deals, I believe, is fundamental. Number one, well, what's working for us right now is we do a lot of cold calling. So we have 6 full-time cold callers. We buy data. And these are data of people who have properties that are vacant, or maybe they're absentee landlords or absentee owners, meaning they own a property but don't live in the property. So we assume that that's a landlord, and we buy these lists. We get these lists. I could actually post resource links below. But we buy these lists of what we consider could be motivated sellers, and then we market to these sellers. So we buy the lists, and then we run the seller through what is called a skip trace. You might have heard of that before, a skip trace. And that's where we get the seller's phone number, and then we just hit them up with a cold call. We, of course, respect all do not call list laws and things of that nature. Got to play by the rules, but there's plenty of opportunities out there. Finding off-market deals is really the key fundamental. So cold calling is working well for us. Keep it very simple in your cold calling efforts, I suggest, and just call and ask if they might be open to a cash offer. It's really that simple. Don't overcomplicate it. We also do a lot of direct mail. So that's where we get these same lists, and we'll send them a postcard or a letter or something like that. Maybe we'll direct them, they could either call into us or they could go to our website. We have a website. We do get some web traffic. We do also pay-per-click advertising. So these are people who are searching the internet for a home buying company. And here in Columbus, Ohio, where we operate, That's what we do, is target those keywords and whatnot with pay-per-click campaigns. If you're just starting out, I don't suggest doing pay-per-click because it can be a little bit expensive. Same with direct mail, quite honestly. I don't think there's any better way to get started than to get yourself a data list. Like I said, I'll post resource links below. And do the skip trace and pick up the phone and call them. That's going to get you familiar with the other fundamentals, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. But you got to have the courage to just get out there, pick up the phone, and call a potential seller and ask them if they might be interested in a cash offer. Are you going to get some no's? The answer is absolutely yes. You are going to get a lot of no's because anything worth pursuing, there's a lot of failure involved, right? I mean, just like any business or anytime you're trying to attract customers, right? I mean, not every single person's going to say yes, but it is going to be worth it at the end of the day. Hang in there. Finding motivated sellers and finding off-market deals is fundamental number one. Number two is evaluating these deals. So you could generate all the leads in the world, but if you don't know what a good deal is and what a good deal is not, then you're probably going to be spinning your wheels a little bit. So as real estate investors, we are looking for properties and opportunities that either have like equity in the deal. So there's upside potential, right? So you can buy the deal and it's a good deal. You can get a discount, right? You're looking for equity. So you could either flip the property or, maybe do a refinance on it or something like that. But equity is what kind of you're looking for. Or cash flow potential, right? So if you see an opportunity that, you can rent out for more than your payment is going to be on this particular property, that could be a good opportunity. It's a moneymaker for you, but that's what we're looking for. So you got to know how to evaluate these deals, run what they call comps, which is just comparables. And I can post resource links for those as well down below. So fundamental number one is finding these deals. Fundamental number two is evaluating deals. Another piece when it comes to evaluating properties is knowing how to inspect a property, right? Knowing how to do a walkthrough, kind of calculate repairs. And that's another thing I want to share. Just kind of keep that simple as well. You don't need to be a full-blown contractor to evaluate a house. In fact, we like to keep it very simple. It's either going to be $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 or more. We're not trying to pencil this thing out when we're evaluating a deal. It really doesn't have to be that way. After you've been doing this for a while, you kind of understand what things cost a little bit. Keep it simple for yourself. Always overshoot the repairs just to kind of give yourself a little fudge factor there in case you mess up a little bit. But if there's equity in the deal and you kind of have a general understanding of what something's going to cost, that is all part of the fundamental number two, which is evaluating real estate. And fundamental number three is talking to sellers. So, look, you can find all the great leads, you can know kind of what a deal is and what a deal isn't by knowing how to evaluate a deal. But if you don't know how to talk to a seller, you're going to turn them off, right? Hang on one second. So you got to be able to talk to these sellers, make them comfortable, explain your process in such a way that they're going to understand it. So as a real estate professional, when you're getting out there and doing this business, you're going to be doing this and having these conversations every single day. So you get very comfortable in talking about real estate. You got to understand these sellers, they don't have these conversations every single day. So it's really important to kind of slow the conversation down. You don't want to be over their head. As soon as a seller feels threatened or they feel like you're kind of talking over them or you're over their head, they're probably going to get a little bit fearful. And if somebody's fearful, they're not going to want to work with you and sell to you. So you got to, be able to talk about the house and talk about especially their situation. A lot of these situations, everybody, they're sensitive situations. If somebody's going through a divorce or somebody's going through a financial hardship. So you got to be able to talk to these sellers in such a way where they're comfortable sharing with you what's going on in the situation without them being turned off. So this is what we talk about in our community. We do have a paid community for real estate investors and for people who want to scale their real estate business. The Cream community could be found at risewiththecream.com. It's $17 for your first month and $97 a month after that if you feel it's worth it. We do our very best to provide the most value because we don't want anyone to leave, of course. And we got a great community. I'm actually getting ready to hop on a community call here. We do live coaching every Friday, and then you have direct access to myself and my business partner, RJ Pepino, so we can answer your questions and you can message us directly. We go through leads and deals, and that's at risewiththecream.com. It's been a presentation of The Cream. It's Dave Payerchin. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Remember your fundamentals. Number 1, finding off-market deals. Number 2, evaluating these deals. And then number 3, talking to sellers. I look forward to bringing you more value in the future, and we'll see you on the next video.